Hello, my name is Gruis and I'll be explaining different types of physics in game design. When you hear game design, does any of these words come to you? Physics, kinetic physics, optical physics, Newton's law, or how about gravity in general? Well, all these are put in video games, not just program-wise, but in design-wise too. As a game designer, you have to think both creatively and scientifically. Let's start with Newton's law in video games. Newton's law states every object remains at rest or in uniform motion in a straight line unless compelled to change its state with external force. For example, Mario kicking Koopa in his shell. The shell is trying to stay at rest until the outside force, which is Mario, kicking the shell. Moving on to kinetic physics, which is a little thing you may see in video games, like the movement of your character or the movement of the leaves on the trees in the background. The subtle things. It also has to deal with how weather affects the character, like strong winds blow your character away, to even where the ice makes your character slide. Moving on to obstacle physics, which is more the design and graphics of the game, having to deal with lighting and textures. How each of these can affect realism of the game or each other, like different textures reflect different types of lights, and some textures don't reflect light at all. For example, the eyes of your character might reflect the sunlight. In some games, they can use this for a puzzle level, like reflecting laser beams with mirrors and to hit a target to simply pass a level. Without physics, games will have a lot of holes, which brings me to my last point. You know how glitches in games don't follow the laws of physics, mess up the visuals, or just don't make sense in general? For example, Grand Theft Auto swing set glitch. The glitch can catapult you, or even your own vehicle, across the map. That is what happens when physics don't beam each object properly. Even messing up kinetic physics can affect the game, but more visually than gameplay-wise. Like Fallout New Vegas' famous glitch, the Dr. Mitchell glitch. It starts at the beginning of the game, as your character wakes up with Dr. Mitchell, head turns and angles, and tends to float like he's a ghost or something. As you could see, the glitch can ruin the game more just as gameplay-wise, but visually as well. As a game designer, you have to create your worlds and create them well. It would be hard to create worlds if you don't put a little thought into the physics. Yes, it could be fun breaking a lot of physics sometimes, but when it just ruins the gameplay and game presentation, it will end up being a disaster. As I said, to be a game designer, you don't need to just think creatively, but scientifically as well.